Welcome to the Nagual Zone. I'm Anaam. Today we talk about the age-old question, destiny versus free will, and I'll give you the Toltec warrior's explanation, the sorcerer's explanation of this very puzzling debate that in the average man's world is a big question mark. For warriors, it's not a question mark at all. We can't afford question marks in our lives. Question marks mean there's energy leaking somewhere. And question marks usually mean that there's energy trapped in the head that could be reaccessed into the body to live out the present moment. So, warriors' explanation of destiny versus free will goes like this. For Toltec warriors, we look at energy as it flows in the universe, and we take our explanations from observing that phenomenon, those processes. And as far as destiny and free will, these are labels attached to ideas. Destiny is an idea, free will is an idea, and these are the word labels that are attached to these things, right? Clear so far? Ideas are made up of thought energy, mind energy, mental energy. Okay? So it is possible to see energy as it flows and map out its ebbs and flows and its direction, and then base one's observations and conclusions and explanations according to that, which is what the much wanted science is supposed to be. And when warriors see the flow of energy that is associated with these words, they see that free will for warriors comes ahead of them, and destiny is behind them. And I'll explain what this means. So you have this moment, and for the warrior in this moment, destiny is what's gone behind. So destiny for the warrior has to do with hindsight. Looking behind, seeing behind, hindsight. For warriors, that is destiny. And free will is what is coming ahead. For warriors, that is the flow of energy of this. And this will all tie in later, so bear with me. In the average man's consensus insanity, everything is upside down or backwards. Nothing is actually in its correct framework. So this is completely upside down. For the average man, destiny is what lies ahead, right? Fulfilling my destiny. And free will is what's gone on behind them. I did this. In 1963, I was in such and such country, and I did this and I did that. I have gone to university. Everything in the past is all free will. I did it. I did it. And even if you encounter some God man or these religious type people, Jesus and all that, it's still the same thing. Somehow, the average man is convinced that what's gone on was full of choice for them, and what's coming is destined. Oh, I was meant to suffer. I was meant to, I know, I'm going to prison. That is my destiny, right? I'm getting married. It's in my destiny. So you understand what goes ahead, what comes ahead? It's conveniently labeled as destiny because I'll tell you exactly why the warriors have it the right side up. Now, when warriors observed these flows and they saw one flow enhances their spirit or spiritual energy, gives energy, and one flow makes them an ever-increasing victim. Guess which one makes you an ever-increasing victim? Thinking that your destiny lies ahead. And I'll tell you why it will make you an ever-increasing victim. So when the warriors saw this, the seers saw this, they came up with they started utilizing a wonderful but very powerful and very simple tool to align themselves with the pro-life flow. Destiny is what's gone behind them. Free will is what's coming ahead. They saw that that's where power can be acquired. That's how they can be self-responsible. Right? And so this tool that the warriors use is called choice. You see, if destiny lies ahead of you, you have conveniently stepped away from the power of your own choice, haven't you? But if free will lies ahead of you, then the only way you can navigate that idea, that concept in your head, is if you are choosing. Choice isn't just a matter of opinion. 100 people in the average man's consensus insanity will say that there are 100 choices for them. Warriors will look and say there are no choices for you. Your choices are made by the parasite. In fact, in this day and age, most people's choices are made by hashtags. Trending hashtags. Why do they call them trending? Who's trending? Oh, you. You're trending them. Hashtag. And your choices are made for you by the kind of marketing that would boggle your brain if you started to really delve into mind control and what advertising really is these days. However, for warriors, we hurl ourselves at choice. We throw ourselves at choice. We force ourselves into choices constantly. Because as soon as I am at choice, I have to make a decision. And the most fundamental decision about any choice is I can walk away from it, ignore it, which is also walking away from it, or take the option. This is the only two options. Ignore it, walk away from it, whatever it is. Basically say no to it, or say yes to it. And warriors like to always be making decisions based on the choices that they've forced themselves into. That is the only way that they can say, yeah, destiny is going on behind me and free will is ahead of me. For warriors, the tool of choice is invaluable because there's no way to acquire knowledge. Listen carefully. There's no way to acquire knowledge unless it is through choice, unless you are putting yourself at choice, making a decision, and then moving towards the experience that you have chosen, or accepted at least, consciously accepted it. And now you're working with it, doing an impeccable job of whatever it is you have either been forced to accept or willingly move towards. That is going to give you knowledge, correct? And knowledge is power. because all knowledge leads to self-knowledge. Remember this very carefully. All knowledge ultimately leads to self-knowledge. And for warriors, self-knowledge is the Holy Grail. That's where true power comes from. A man or woman that knows themselves, that know their predilections. That's a really powerful place to be. You've got to be the kind of person that forces themselves into choices constantly. Don't run away and say, yeah, I'm fulfilling my destiny, and have your destiny lie ahead of you. And I did that, and I did that, and I did that. If it was up to me. That's all just powerless, disempowering bullshit. What you want to do is, my life of free will is ahead of me, and when I look back, wow, I can see, yes, it was all destined. If I hadn't done that, then that wouldn't have happened. If I hadn't done that, then that wouldn't have happened. And if that, then that wouldn't have happened. And now here I am, wow. And I wouldn't trade myself for anyone else, and I wouldn't trade this moment as I am now for anywhere else. That is truly an amazing destiny I've lived so far. And there is more destiny to be made via free will, via hurling myself at choices, which then force me into journeys, quests that result in self-knowledge. I hope the warrior's approach to this whole kind of silly, juvenile question of free will versus destiny, man, is a lot clearer to you. As you know, Toltec warriors are masters of simplicity, where, let me tell you something, where Zen ends, or hopes to end, or pretends to end, is where the Toltec warrior begins. You think Zen is simplicity? Warriors take simplicity and make it into an art form. So even such a big question, and I can assure you tomes have been written on this question. Philosophers have tore their hair out, they're all white philosophers, tore their hair out trying to answer this question of the ages. Is man, does man have free will, and does man have destiny? Just a society of jerk-offs, right? Mental masturbators. Warriors, on the other hand, take what is useful, make it work for them, and get on with it. This is what works for warriors, because it forces them into choices. And you want choices. You want constantly to be thrown into a choice of responsibility. You want that. You don't want to run away from it, you want it. Now, I'm not talking about, if you got 2 kids, you want, get another 2 and have more responsibility. No, we're not talking about that. So don't be silly. We're talking about day to day. You know what you need to do, you know what your conscience is telling you to do. But you don't want to look at that choice because you're afraid of what it implies and what changes you'll have to make in your life to follow through with your conscience. Not the parasite's conscience, which is fake conscience. It is not even conscience, it is just ethics and morals and this idiotic juvenile nonsense that is for fools only. If you can think for yourself, then you need to figure out who you are. Self-knowledge through choices. Let me know in the comments what you think of the sorcerer's explanation of this question. And I want to leave you with something practical so that it isn't just some more nonsense on YouTube, which it is, which it is. However, here's how to functionalize this. The average man has no choice because the average man works on the word should. Shoulda, woulda. I should be doing this. I should have done that. I should be doing that in the future. I should. And before long, the straitjacket off to the madhouse. I should. Only a person convinced that their destiny lies ahead of them will think in terms of shoulds. Because what choice do we have now? Destiny doesn't give you any choice, does it? You should do this, I should do that, and I should. Here's a very simple turnaround, which was, first I came across this in the legendary Louise Hay, in her work, where she said, exchange your shoulds with the word could. Now suddenly you're forcing yourself into choice. I could do that. Is my ability to respond up to par with it? I could do that, or I couldn't. Instead of I should do this, I have to, I do, I need. Notice how many people say, I need to go get more vegetables. Need. Do you know how abundant the unit? Do you know how much energy there is? You are never going to need anything. You are never going to need anything. If you only knew the extent of your luminosity, vegetables wouldn't be the thing you'd need. I need milk. I need this. I need a friend. I need. I need my paycheck. I need this. I need. Aren't you reinforcing your own poverty? You'll always be needing something if you're constantly needing something, aren't you? Need and should go together. I should be doing this. I should be doing that. I should be, should. And then people complain they don't have any energy. Stress is killing me. Yeah, of course it's killing you. Should is a very heavy word to carry around. And if you're going to multiply it 1,000 times each day with 1,000 different things, it's a lot of load. But instead, the warrior practices response ability by replacing should with could. I could do that. I could do that. I could walk the dog now. Or I could do it later. What is more useful to me? What is more useful to the dog? I could sit in silence for 10 minutes right now. Is it expedient for me to do it right now? Could I do it later? Must I do it right now? Is it more beneficial? Is it more useful to do it right now? Looking at myself in the past, is it better I do it now because tomorrow never comes for me? Suddenly you have to know yourself. The word could. Practice the word could, and let me know in the comments how changing from should to could has forced you into choice. And get a lot of practice in this. I hope this is a bit clear to you where I'm coming from. I will see you in the next video. Come attend the masterclass. Now we will have question and answers and a really great discussion. Sometimes I don't even make videos of the masterclasses because why not? And I urge you to come. I really do. On that note, walk in freedom. I'll see you next time. Farewell.